An attending physician at a top hospital nets $350K a year. A junior consultant at McKinsey makes $220K total comp. Both feel rich. Both are trapped. Hi, I'm Patrick Vance. I'm a career strategist, and for the last 8 years, I've been coaching executives through six-figure pivots in tech, finance, and increasingly medicine and consulting. I've worked with roughly 40 attendings and 60-plus junior consultants, and I've identified a pattern that almost no one talks about. A structural trap that keeps high-earning professionals locked in linear growth when exponential moves exist. Today, I'm going to show you exactly why that trap exists, what the hidden economics really look like, and 3 specific pivots that let you escape it. Let's start with the attending physician trap. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics 2024 data, the median attending physician salary sits at $239,500 annually. Specialists, orthopedic surgeons, cardiologists, gastroenterologists range from $300K to $480K depending on subspecialty and geography. That sounds incredible, and objectively it is. But here's what I've seen consistently. By year 7-10, many attendings hit a wall. Why? Because attending compensation is almost entirely linear and locked into a single value function: billable hours and patient volume. Last year, I reviewed the compensation model for an attending gastroenterologist at a major academic medical center in the Northeast. His base was $230K. His productivity bonus, tied directly to procedures performed and patient encounters, added another $95K, bringing him to $325K total. Sounds great until you realize every additional $1 he earns requires him to perform more procedures, see more patients, or work longer hours. There's no leverage, there's no multiplication. Contrast that with a software engineer at Google or Meta hitting level 5. According to 2024 levels, FYI data, L5 total compensation ranges from $300K to $450K, comparable to many attending physicians. But here's the difference: that L5 engineer can step up to L6 within 18-24 months on average. L6 total comp, $450K to $700K. L7, $700K to $2 million. The promotion cadence in tech is roughly 2-3 times faster than in medicine, and that's just salary growth. It doesn't account for equity. I worked with an attending who'd been in practice for 8 years earning $380K base. We mapped his 5, 10, and 20-year trajectory assuming 2-3% annual raises, standard in hospital systems. At that rate, he'd hit roughly $480K, $500K by year 20. Now compare that to an engineer who takes equity seriously, starting at $350K at L5, compounding through L6 and L7 within 6-8 years. Capturing equity in a growth stage company or staying at FONG investing annual refresh grants. That engineer's net worth trajectory is 4-6x higher over 20 years. The attending is stuck in the linear trap. Now let's look at junior consultants. A junior consultant at McKinsey, BCG, or Bain earns approximately $180K to $220K total comp in their first 2-3 years. Again, this is genuinely strong income. The problem: the structure is designed to compress you there intentionally. In my experience, consulting firms operate on a specific economics model. Junior consultants are leverage. You're billed at $500K, $2M per year to clients, but you cost the firm roughly $250K, $280K all in, salary, benefits, overhead. The spread funds partners. This model only works if junior consultants stay junior or leave. Here's the hidden trap: promotion to senior consultant year 4-5 is not guaranteed. In fact, up or out is real. Firms like McKinsey operate at roughly 15-20% promotion rates from consultant to project leader, meaning 80% of junior consultants either plateau or are counseled to leave. Those who do get promoted, senior consultant comp moves to roughly $280K, $340K, a raise. But not exponential. It took 4 years and ruthless internal competition. Compare that to a Google product manager starting at the same level. According to levels, FYI and my own data from clients, a PM3 makes $230K, $280K. But the promotion to PM4, 18-24 months, not 4 years. PM4 is $320K, $420K. And PM5 exists, $450K, $650K, within realistic reach by year 8-10, not year 15-20 in consulting. I coached a McKinsey consultant, Sarah, through this exact realization last year. She was 3 years in earning $210K and suddenly realized the promotion timeline was uncertain. We mapped her 2 paths. Path A: stay at McKinsey, hope for senior consultant promotion. Likely hit $400K, $450K by year 12-15 if she makes partner. Path B: leverage her consulting skills. She pivoted to a Series B fintech company as VP of operations. First year comp, $250K salary plus $180K equity, valued conservatively at strike price. Year 3 projection, $300K salary plus equity worth $600K, $800K if the company hits Series C/D valuations. She chose path B. That decision likely nets her $1, 5M, $2, 5M more over 10 years. So what's the deeper issue? Why are these traps built in? It comes down to business models and leverage. Medicines is built on a hospital economics model. The hospital captures a percentage of billable revenue. Attendings are partners in revenue, but not in the upside. You don't own equity in the hospital system. You can't scale beyond your own labor. The math is locked. Consulting is built on a Ponzi-ish model. I say this with respect. Junior consultants fund mid-level growth, mid-level funds partner wealth. Partners make $1M, $5M plus per year. Juniors stay compressed to maintain the structure. The firm benefits from your departure. It opens a slot for cheaper junior consultant from a top school. In both cases, your income is someone else's business model, not your own. So here are 3 pivots I've seen work. Pivot 1, internal leverage. This applies to attendings especially. Instead of staying as a solo practitioner, move into administrative or clinical leadership roles that pay base salary plus equity stakes or partnership percentages in hospital or health system holdings. I worked with an attending who became chief of his department at a private equity-backed surgical center. Same 40-hour week. $350K base, but now 3% equity. Over 7 years, that equity stake, assuming the center gets acquired or grows revenue, could be worth $500K. $5M, that's leverage. Pivot 2, shift to roles with multipliers. This applies to both attendings and consultants. Move into roles where your income is based on assets under management, revenue managed, or employees supervised, not hours worked. A consultant who becomes VP of strategy at a $2B revenue company might earn $300K base plus bonus tied to company performance. If the company grows 20% per year, the bonus multiplies. An attending who moves into healthcare private equity or health systems investment roles can earn $250K, $400K base plus carried interest on investments, which can be 5-10x your salary if deals succeed. Pivot 3, the escape route. This is the one most people avoid but should seriously consider. Build a separate income stream. I've seen attendings build telemedicine platforms, create online courses on their specialty, or build advisory practices. I've seen consultants start niche software companies solving industry problems, launch management education platforms, or build data analytics firms. The first 2 years are hard, you're working nights and weekends. But by year 3-4, if you hit product market fit, that stream becomes 30-50% of your income, decoupled from your labor entirely. Let me give you the data on what happens when you don't move. 2024 Medscape report shows that physician burnout is at 63%, and 42% of burned out physicians cite income pressure and lack of advancement as primary drivers. Meanwhile, physician income has grown only 1-2% annually over the last decade, barely tracking inflation. A consultant earning $220K today will earn roughly $240K, $260K in 5 years if they stay on track, assuming modest raises. That's not wealth building, that's inflation survival. Now here's the hard truth. Most attendings and consultants won't make these pivots. They'll stay, hit their 7-10-year ceiling, and rationalize it as stability. They'll also hit 50, have 2 6-figure earners in their family, and realize they could have made 3 or 4 transformational moves that cost them $3M, $8M in lifetime earnings. Your career is the largest asset you own. It's worth treating like one. If you're an attending or consultant in this position, here's what I'd do. First, map your current trajectory honestly. What will you earn in 5, 10, and 20 years on your current path? Write that number down. Then, spend 90 minutes exploring one of those 3 pivots. Talk to someone who made the move. Check out one company or opportunity outside your current track. You don't have to jump, you just have to see the landscape. Second, check your equity situation. Do you have equity in your hospital system, practice, or firm? If not, why? Ask that question out loud. The answer will either be reassuring or revealing. Third, start tracking your leverage ratio. For every hour you work, how much financial value are you capturing? Is it growing or stagnating? That metric tells you everything about whether you're in a wealth building role or a wealth trading role. If this framework resonates,